Back as a little lad, tears on my pillow, had me working the block hard as a Brillo pad, researching the block high off a nickel bag. Searched my room, found my chrome mini mag. Now we own one and won't give my pistol back. Guess he didn't figure I'm with the 18. Mama said I'm 18, so I gotta shake scene. So I move on my daydreams like the 18. Oh money, oh money, oh murder, oh murder, oh not funny, not funny, oh gotta have beat, this world is so cold. Oh money, oh money, oh murder, oh murder, oh not funny, not funny, oh gotta have beat, this world is so cold. I'm the young Mr. T with THC all through my respiratory vest mandatory.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another edition of Monday AWF. We are in New York City, folks. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be home. So is Agent A, and I'm glad to call professional wrestling here in this city. This is a great wrestling city. We have a lot of passionate fans packed in the seats. Renegade Championship matchup, Ethan Grace, and not to be stagey here, but he looks game tonight. I had an interview with him in the locker room before the match, and he thinks that he might be the one to spill the blood of Mo Game and have Mo Game lay in a pile of his own blood before Ethan Grace to take that Renegade Championship. That is a big claim, Agent A. How do you feel about that?
Well, Kay, I usually simply ask him, what is that plan different from any of the last couple of guys that tried to take that title and ended on the mat looking at the lights? Mo Game he has a different level of respect for professional wrestling that gives him that added boost in that ring. And I don't know if Ethan Grace, I'm giving him proper credit and respect. Grace is a talent. Grace is a IQ, a very smart man in that ring. But Mo Game is a different level, a quite literal connoisseur in that ring that I don't know if Grace is ready for. There is no Kevin Ace ringside because Ethan, he feels he wants to make his name his own. You know, he was in that Elimination Chamber pre-show Battle Royal. He's not satisfied. He's happy with Kevin Ace's success, but he feels it is time for Ethan Grace's success. And I couldn't agree anymore. And I like when I see folks get a confident stride, say, you know what, I'm going to strap my boots up and make a name for myself in this industry. That's exactly what Ethan Grace is doing. And Mo Game is the road to the glory that he wants. But again, spilling his blood, what is it going to do? Mo Game has held that Renegade Championship, K. You've called it his world title. It is the stride he walks with. The look, the gaze, even the crowd. They were very negative to Mo Game when he first arrived. Their opinions, they're moved by him. They have no choice but to respect him now.
I mean, honestly, I always find it ironic that Mo Game, when he first walked in the doors of the AWF, he ran this place down. I mean, he spoke a number of things about this place. The foremost thing being that the competition just wasn't up to his level. He felt like the AWF locker room was subpar, and he's now holding the cornerstone of the Athens Wrestling Federation. That Renegade Championship is such an integral part of our identity here and what we do here in the AWF. And Mo Game has been flat out one of the best Renegade champions we've ever seen. I think it's quite ironic.
To him, he is the best Renegade champion probably of all time. You know, TJ, is the longest reigning Renegade champion. We've holding that belt for 84 days and 100 plus across his collective reigns. 84 across one is impressive. And the fact that no Renegade champion has eclipsed 100 days in our near 2 years of existence is quite something. It's a year and almost, that hot. No 100-day reigns. But here, Mo Game, he could very much so be the first. Because it's going to end the day season. Sunday Smoke Fest is next week. Mo Game, if he were to win this championship, win tonight. He's had eyes. He wants to scour the world, see what opponents he can get. He's tried to look TIF's way, say, hey, why don't any of those guys come to the AWF? Show him what you can do. Mo Game Look at that nameplate in that championship. Ethan Grace doesn't give a damn about it. He wants it. And Ethan Grace charging right at. Oh. I thought that was an immediate clothesline. He gets slowed down. Mo Game. K. Look at him. It was the walk into the arena. The walk down the aisle. Talk about what you think about Mo Game as we start this match off. Big elbow. Mo holds on. Clothesline.
You see a beautiful clothesline there by Mo Game. You know, Mo Game is an athlete. He is a master at pace. That is what Mo Game's strategy has been with this Renegade Championship reign. He has been a man who dictates the pace. He always gets you to wrestle his match.
Oh!
And Ethan Grace,
Ethan!
you can see right there, such a high-octane competitor is going to want to pick up the pace here, put pedal to the metal, and perhaps try to knock a few screws loose of Mo Game and capture the Renegade Championship. So it's going to be a battle of the styles here. You see Mo Game with a nice arm drag.
Knocks him down. That's a rope break. And still, here's Ethan Grace getting dragged away from the ropes. Mo Game not complaining about a rope break, just dragging the competitor away and applying the hold again. Other competitors in this company can take a note or two as Ethan Grace, like a cat rolling out of the way, but gets grabbed up and again, oh, a neck breaker. No. Ethan, it looked like, oh! There's Mo Game's sledgehammer, the forearm. A big boot sits down. Ethan getting lined up for something here, Kay. Goes out, gets out of the way. Ethan. Oh,
here we go.
Sayonara. A J
by Game.
Driller. What is this? What the hell is this? Kevin Ace. Kevin Ace's Titantron. And no music going with it. Just oh wait.
Partner in hand there. You know, Ethan Grace is not going to back down from the opportunity. It looks like he's going for a handspring there. That's the high octane offense I was talking about. But Mo Game is able to scout it.
Looks more than unimpressed.
And now it looks like he's setting up for another J Driller.
And he does down. How on earth does Ethan Grace get back up? Swings out of the blade. Slipped. Sling blade. Hooks the leg. For the Renegade Championship.
The whole match and a kick out of one.
Big, oh my God.
Ethan Grace.
Hooks.
You know, hey, this very much is about an opportunity as it is about a championship. You know, his partner, his friend, Kevin Ace, I have to say, has been getting more of the rub here in the Access Wrestling Federation. Whether the locker room likes it or not, Ace has been successful. And Ethan Grace, I think, can't boast the same success, but the Renegade Championship certainly is a great start. But Mo Game, he's all over Ethan Grace right now.
After those clotheslines, moonsault!
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Gets Ethan Grace against the ropes. And he's going to... Oh my God! That's a power bomb!
Oh, beautiful,
Boom!
beautiful. Slingshot, sit-out power bomb. Good night, Ethan Grace.
And still, Renegade Champion is Mo Game.
That was an intuitive move right there, I gotta say, Janae.
That was incredible. And certainly the resilience that Ethan Grace showed to show that type of fight after two J Drillers, interference or not, showed fight. But once again, Mo Game is still a Renegade Champion.
Snatching the title away from Newton.
Now,
Mo Game, not really a personable fellow, but we all know that.
He will defend that belt at this Sunday Smoke Fest. 12 p.m. EST, it starts, ladies and gentlemen. He is the opener, and you better find him. He is a mystery opponent. He doesn't know who he'll face yet, but again, it could be anyone from TIF or AWF. He hopes it's TIF that shows up with some big guns, but he'll be happy to do exactly what he did to Ethan Grace, an AWF superstar on the night too. We have more up next, and we have some we're going to see from AJ Arrows. He got that sports car he wore from that double shift, K, I told you about.
Whoa.
And, you know, It was well worth it. Kyra Silva,
All right,
despite,
then.
you know, that thunderous debut. And I guess, oh, here we are right now with the man himself. We're going to see it. And right there, that beauty. What a beauty. A Lamborghini.
Oh, take a look at that.
What splendidness. And, oh, no, no.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hey, what?
No time to cool off, producers. A1 Classic.
Did that?
That just happened outside of this arena, folks.
What the hell is going on around here? AJ Arrows, a man can even get a decent car without having it blown up in his face, literally.
We are in the city of Gotham. We are in Gotham City, and Mr. Grizzly is getting booed because no one in this arena likes him. He is very vulgar person of how he feels about the Northeast, about the East Coast, about New York City, about the class they lack, the manners they lack. And, well, clearly Madison Square letting them know how he feels in his A1 Classic against the Gladiator BLITZ. 15 minutes are on the clock for these competitors. 2 points will be given to the winner. And, well, Mr. Grizzly, I pray for him. All you can do is pray for him. Because even though this is a former world, these are two former world champions going up against one another. But let's just say one is way more menacing, more devastating.
Two different types of world champions. I respect the both of them, but I have to say, Mr. Grizzly is a champion of intellect. He, for lack of better terms, weaseled his way out of a lot of things. Even the way he won the title, he caught Deuce on a bad night. He embarrassed him. But Blitz is a bit different.
He's a TIF hardcore champion. And unlike other AWF superstars that crossed over, Blitz is actually liked over there. Blitz is liked over here. The leader of the Decepticons looks on. Peace through devastation. Jaden White put to bed. And he holds the TIF Hardcore Championship with a pride and stride. Yeah, Jaden White is still around, but he ain't TIF Hardcore Champion. He's chasing after Kevin Ace, who helped the Gladiators get there. I hope there's no one that interferes with this matchup because, as I mentioned, two former world champions of different range, different calibers, different playbooks, so to say. This is quite literally like watching the best offensive team go up against the best defensive team. And if you watch sports of any kind, you know that can make for quite the matchup.
It certainly can, and you know, Blitz, he's no stranger to facing Weasley competitors. We all know the infamous main event of the first End of Days, his match against Mamba Ant. I'd say Mr. Grizzly is a very similar kind of cerebral competitor. You like, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Mr. Grizzly already leading Blitz on a wild goose chase around the ring.
15 minutes on that clock, ladies and gentlemen. If it expires, that is, of course, a draw. And 1 point will be allotted for both gentlemen. But these folks,
you know, I think
Grizzly.
If I'm Mr. Grizzly, that might be the best strategy right now. I mean, he isn't.
And he's going into the
he's
crowd.
already got through. And so does Blitz. I mean, hey, maybe his theory is that someone else can beat Blitz. I'm not going to be the one. I'd rather have this be a draw.
Listen, the people of New York are crazy. They're not stupid. Some are. But no one in this crowd is going to take a swing at Blitz. It has to be Mr. Grizzly. And he's stolen time. He's stolen forward time. That's the right thing to do. But here we go. He goes in. Oh, that's exactly what he was looking for. An opening. He catches it. Charge breaker. Down he goes.
Grizzly attacking the stems of the big redwood Blitz. And a kick out of essentially one here. Mr. Grizzly has Blitz on the back foot. Once again, trying the rope-a-dope strategy here. That was a big swing.
Sent him back
nice
to
jackknife.
Memphis with that one. One.
Beautiful breaks by Grizzly.
Here he comes. that dodges the big hammering uppercut, and then he gets a nice package. What the hell,
Beautiful
Newton?
package. Well, maybe the shoulders weren't on the ground, and now Mr. Grizzly giving Newton a word about it, and dodges the big shoulder block.
Mr. Grizzly, for what it's worth, Mr. Grizzly has Blitz on a bit of the fray, and here, that might have just changed. Never mind. Middle rope. Blitz.
I mean, Grizzly has swung the momentum in his way. Oh, wow.
1.
A code red from nowhere.
Mr. Grizzly is still Blitz, staying on top of things, staying on his feet. Down he goes. Not on his feet anymore. Mr. Grizzly in control so far. Elbow drop with precision. And here he comes. Gives chase again. Blitz.
Mr. Grizzly, he's just hightailing it. I mean, I gotta say, this is a beautiful strategy. Not too beautiful right now.
I think she did some more hightailing. It was helping him out. He caught his breath. Maybe it wasn't enough, because here comes Blitz with what we know him best for. Those right hands. Those strikes. Galvatron bomb! Sits him down!
Absolute brute strength and the explosivity of the Gladiator. I mean, that is why he's a champion right now. That is why he was heavyweight champion in the past, because you can use all the technique or the strategy you want.
Wow!
But when you have something like that, Agent A, I mean, physical attributes, they just get hard to beat at times, and Blitz is a specimen.
He launches a man in the air.
He almost uppercutted his head off. I mean,
Mr. Grizzly got what he wanted. Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2 for the win.
And hey, that's a super heavyweight that Grizzly just lifted on his shoulder and power drives him to the mat.
Wait a minute. No, Mr. Grizzly. Grizzly
He's losing
now.
his cool. He is losing his cool.
Big chop.
Newton grabbing a hold of this scenario. Blitz with a big choke slam. Driving down the former world champ.
Here, back to his feet. Catches a nice elbow. Out of the way. Out of the way again. Big right hand. Grizzly staying on point. No! Disqualifies himself. The win goes to Blitz. That was the same cowardice.
I've got no clue.
We've seen this at Love and War. He's just a damn coward. When he doesn't think he's gonna win, he's gonna go low and take out that. What a sick bastard he is. Like I said, the 2 points go to Blitz because Grizzly didn't want to lay down or lose it all, or maybe tap out. Who knows? But we got more.
Or he didn't just want to catch another Galvatron bomb. I mean, I think one is enough.
You know, Tip, the only reason you were heavyweight champion for so long is because Mr. and Ms. Vincenzo forgot to use a condom one fateful night. So think about that the next time you want to send a shot towards Kenneth Kilgore, because I am the fire that melted Icarus's wings. So now that we got that out of the way, I think it's time to address what other people have been addressing, and that is my heavyweight championship of the world. The first people I have to thank are my lovely, lovely wife and the people of the Yasin Wrestling Federation, because you told me that I could do it. In my quietest moments, in my darkest moments, you helped me march into Paris, France. You helped me march into that 20x20 ring, look Tip-tastic in the eye, and beat his ass for the heavyweight championship. But the funny thing is, folks, I won it, and nobody's talking about me. Now, it could be for a lot of reasons, but I'm not here to hypothesize, I'm not here to theorize. The only thing I'm here to do is comment, and my only comment is, it seems like I've become the boogeyman of the Athens Wrestling Federation. CM Loaf, a man who I have a hell of a whole lot of respect for here in the AWF. My co-world champion came out on this very program and he said to you guys, I'm declaring for the A1 Classic. I want to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Now, Loaf, like I said, I have a whole lot of respect for you and I wish you the best. But my problem is, you talked about the World Heavyweight Championship without talking about the man who holds it. Loaf, I don't know if you remember, but I am the heavyweight champion of the world. I am the reigning, defending heavyweight champion of the world. And if you think you can declare for a tournament, win it, and just steamroll over me and capture the heavyweight championship, and there's not 250 pounds, 6'2" man behind it, you're out of your damn mind. But like I said, I'm not here to send threats, I'm not here to be hostile. I'm just putting you on notice that the next time you mention Kenneth Kilgore's championship without mentioning his name, I'll make sure that you don't forget it. So where does that leave me? End of day season. Clutch season. It's time to pull yourself by your bootstraps and get yourself together. Everybody's got to have a match. And I know I'm going to have a match. Folks, everyone who's a fan of the AWF is intelligent, so help me out here. CM Loaf is fighting in the A1 Classic with a broken face. We all know who did it. 300 pounds, 7 foot, he's hard to miss. The Iranian Reaper Curtis. And it seems to me that he's already chosen his opponent. So who does that leave? The Royal Rumble winner, Mamba. And old friend, looks like we're destined to do this dance until the end of time, doesn't it? I know you got this whole thing with Ruination. I know you got TJ, who you thought would never stab you in the back. I know you have Cameron O'Neal to deal with. I know you have that entire group who wants to uproot the entire Athens Wrestling Federation. But let me tell you, once you're done with that, and I know you're going to get on the opposite end, okay, not 100%, but you'll survive because you've got 8 world championships. Mamba, and I'm here to tell you right now, you won't make it a 9th come end of days. I'm not your little cousin. I'm not your little bro. I'm not your sidekick. I'm your brother. I'm your training partner. So frankly, I don't give a damn whether you go back to the killer Mamba Ant, whether you go back to the sadistic Mamba Ant, whether you go back to the Mamba Ant that got you 8 world championships. I don't give a damn if you feel like you're in the prime of your life right now. All I care about is the Mamba Ant that shows up at end of days, Memphis, Tennessee, is the same Mamba Ant who was 1,000%. The Mamba Ant who was confident without a shadow of a doubt that he can beat Kenneth Kilgore. The Mamba Ant who can look himself in the mirror and say he's the best. Because guess what? Once you do, you'll realize that you're not the best. That you're not the heavyweight champion of the world. That you're staring at the man who is. I look forward to facing you. I do. But I want you to know this. When that time comes, it's not a matter of if, Anthony. It's a matter of when. I'm gonna look you in the eye from across that ring. I'm gonna give you every single thing that I have. And it'll be our time. It'll be my time. And we all know when it's Kenneth Kilgore's time, it's time to kill.
Hostile words. And I have to, and I know he said it wasn't bred from hostility, but hostile words coming from the heavyweight champion Kenneth Kilgore. Covered a lot of ground there. And I gotta say, Janae, I'm eager how some parties respond.
Listen,
a lot of shots.
They're grown men. How they respond is how they respond. Hey, buddy, this is what they live for. They live to fight. Well, these four ladies, they live to fight. This is #1 contendership for the AWF Women's Tag Team Championships. We have a ragtag duo in Kyra, Silva, and Winky. We have Titville USA, which, let's just say, I hate to do this comparison to Tastic whenever you listen to this, but saying Titville USA in these days kind of reminds me when you say the Judgment Day. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. Winky and Kyra Silva, these two are teaming up because Winky, she's gotten that taste. She was in that Actions Hardcore title match last week, that Raw, and she's gotten a small bit of, sense of what it's like to be in that title picture. She wants a championship around her waist. Kyra Silva says, hey, let's get it together. And Pepe, ever since Kyra Silva has arrived, has been following around Kyra Silva like a dog. Ruination is allowing it. Funny enough, those are the exact words that Undisputed told me. Ruination is allowing Pepe this, and I wonder, interesting to see Undisputed still ruling with an iron fist. Glad he's undisputed about who the leader of Ruination is. The fact that CJ Speed tried to tell the lies in that case. Anyway, Winky.
Indeed, the family tree he comes from. Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree if you shake it hard enough.
Oh Lord. Well, he's doing his best. CJ Speed, he's in the back right now. He's probably wishing he had a match tonight. He had a hot start to 2025, and now his older cousin is in Ruination. The exact reason he split away was to go to Ruination, try and make a name for himself. He's doing some more. Ruination has a lot of trouble going into Sunday Smoke Fest. Titville USA, not these ladies. These ladies don't have trouble yet. They could have trouble. Jaden and Angel Ford will defend their tag titles at Smoke Fest. And it could be Ash and Chocolate. Or it could be Winky and Kyra Silva. No, Chocolate is still very green in the professional wrestling business. The AWF is her first go-around. Ash and Hollywood are the two veterans who have been really, I wouldn't say carrying, but they are the workhorses of this company. They are the two former world champions you see before you. Chaos champion in Ash, two-time world champion in Hollywood. Those are the ladies you want to be. And the three ringside have not held a title belt in the AWF yet. That's something that's not a thing, but it's a mental thing in the background you think about.
It certainly is, and Hollywood, she just oozes confidence, and that confidence is going to leak through with Ash, who, like you mentioned, is a former world champion in her own right. We talked about how Chocolate is green. She might be green, but she is mean, okay? She recognizes that Titville is a crumbling empire right now, and to save it, to spark the embers once again, this women's tag team opportunity is the best shot that they have right now.
Here we go. The bell sounds. Winky has been the partner in crime to Mamba Ant. Both of them have been very ambiguous as to what that means. But, well, let's just say Winky has been... Oh, a nice suplex. She's been attacked. She's literally just been a gnat in the foes of Mamba Ant. CM, Loaf, the Trailblazers, and now Ruination you know, she wants to fight Ruination. Man's doing, you know, trying to say, hey, no, but hey, good luck telling that psycho when she's not gonna fight somebody. And Kyra Silva, it amazes me every time. This woman fights in heels. What is wrong with her? Do you know what that's gonna do to your feet in life? Nice suplex right there. Ash. That is insane, is it not?
I mean, I'm trying to find a epithet to refer to this team as. Team. I don't know. Running makeup. Is that what we're going with?
We can work on something. Oh, big! Look at Winky. And
well,
look
the team
at the
in the
sign
left corner
of the crowd. I am speechless. Here we go.
They've got momentum right now against Ash.
Winky. Oh, Ash needs a tag from Chocolate immediately. Ash out of the way. Gets a nice shot to the back. Anyway, German suplex to kip up. Winky getting ready
shot
for
to the gut. This looks like a welcome to prime time. It is. And Kyra Silva trying to ensure those women tag team championship opportunities. Oh, look at that. And Silva with a big kick up top. This match may be a short one. I mean, Chocolate is nowhere to be found in that apron, and Ash looks in bad shape. Kyra Silva going up for the Verta breaker.
And down, Winky hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3! Chocolate was too late! Chocolate was too late! We have #1 contenders!
And this ragtag band of women who apparently share similar interests just got the better of the former women's world champion tonight. And Chocolate, like you said, was nowhere to be found. She couldn't break up the pin.
When she got in there, she just wasn't in time. She was made close. But there, the team up of Kyra. Look at Winky dancing as Kyra Silva hands her the victory. And there, the win is secured. These two will face Jaden and Nathan in 1 week at Sunday Smoke Fest Sports Monday. Again, 12 p.m. EST is the start time. That'll be a fun one. That'll be interesting. We have more Monday AWF up next. And, well, while we're here on it, you know, TJ, Undisputed, rest of Ruination, they're in there. You know, they've been calling, they've been trying to get Mamba Ann out. You know, Mamba Ann for once not here tonight. He perhaps getting ready for his tag match next week with Ruination. So I wonder what
how convenient.
I wonder what the AK. What, you know, you don't think him and Kenneth Kilgore are training together right now? That's probably, you know, you know, they're getting ready. They're focused on the big picture. Not they don't have to show up to New York City again, do they?
Well, listen, judging by Kenneth Kilgore's words, I mean, what's this?
Here, Kevin Ace trying to console Ethan. Oh my!
A little bit of dialogue between two partners here, and Ethan Grace.
Ethan not happy after the loss to Mo Game, and Kevin
a bit
is trying
standoffish.
All right, well, Ethan leaving him be. That is.
Well, I mean, these tensions boil over. Oh my God!
Oh no,
Jaden
White! Jaden White with a trash can in hand, and Kevin Ace nowhere to go. Kevin Ace, Jaden White is holding him down. Kevin running.
It seems like the ghoul has caught the Ace of Spades at a bad time.
No, he hasn't.
Kevin Ace is driving down the streets of New York City. He just left the arena, gentlemen, in our ambulance truck. We need that.
No, we do need that. And he's driving like a menace on taxpayer money. We already have enough problems. well. Wait!
We need that.
And in the same area, it's TJ! TJ! And he's hauling Winky! What the hell? Undisputed! And TJ have Winky cornered off! What in the blue hell of names is happening?
Are they really chasing this young woman down?
They are! And TJ, they are trying to swarm her. They are not.
Now listen, she may look like It the Clown, but that's no reason to gang up on her. Ruination. What? Cameras, we need cameras on that.
And Winky's running a marathon. We've still got Action K. We need cameras on this. The Nasty Noodle versus Deuce. It's a pay-per-view rematch here on Monday AWF.
What the hell was that last 15 minutes? I can't even begin to narrate those events. But to bring us back down to earth, so to speak, here we have some more of the A1 Classic. Nasty Noodle facing Deuce in a AWF Crusade rematch.
This is definitely a fun one in the A1 Classic, and it's the land of opportunity. NC Unit. Noodle is their prize, their golden prize. You know, they're golden right now. They are waiting until Noodle is done with the A1 Classic before they step into any other ventures. And both Showko and MF Omega showing their support. You know, it's interesting seeing this conglomeration of a very like gentleman, I can say. These three definitely can find them in the same bar, plotting up a scheme.
And Deuce, we are awaiting the arrival of the King of the Continents, and I'm sure that the hospitable people of New York, who have been known to be infamously kind, are going to treat Deuce right.
Deuce's first time in New York City since winning the Intercontinental Championship, the AWF Intercontinental Championship, that is, ladies and gentlemen, against Icehouse Jones. There he said that the American dream walks to the ring, those two beautiful belts in his possession. Imagine a third one around his waist.
And I want to remind you folks how this era, this version of Deuce first started. He turned his back on us when we needed him most. When we were in that War Games match against the Yavin Federation, Deuce decided that he was going to go into business for himself, and he left us behind. And I don't know about you, Agent A, but this right here, New York City, is AWF country. So if we see a few toilet paper rolls thrown in the ring, don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, let's not pretend like half the audience wouldn't love that anyway. And here, we're ample protected. Is Deuce sweating before the motherfucking match started? The bell sounds. Here.
There we go, shoots the high crotch.
Ankle lock. That's what happened when you turn to aura farm, as they would say, wearing towels and shit. Here. A nice snap suplex.
And this is going to be another stylistic clash. The brute strength of Noodle, of course, and we all know Deuce's style, that cunning, technical ability of the King of the Continents.
Noodle going for that CFU immediately. Not going to happen. And he's still going for it.
A little bit of back and forth there. Deuce with a kick to the gut, and then, looks like he was going for the knee there. And a beautiful head spring.
Baltimore screwdriver.
At this juncture of the matchup.
And he has Noodle in line for
the... What a sick back elbow. Hidden blade to the back of the head. And once again...
dodges it this time.
This time, Noodle, he must have heard the footsteps of Deuce. These guys are throwing their bombs right out of the gate. Pair of shoulder blocks.
Clothesline. Jesus. Flatliner.
It's like they've done their homework since the AWF Crusade. They've met before in the ring. And now these men going counter for counter here to advance in the A1 Classic. You know, there's a lot of champions in this tournament. I mean, CM Loaf isn't the only one who has a chance to become double champion here. Deuce could become, like you said, a triple champion if he manages to win the A1 Classic and challenge one of the world champions here in the Action Wrestling Federation.
Roman Reigns as well in the TIF could potentially
certainly
do what CM Loaf is trying to do, capture another world title. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Still 2 count.
And Noodle, for a man who, I mean, the World Heavyweight Championship has eluded him for so long, and he has his eyes on it for so long, and tried to clothesline actually, and Deuce now with the roll up. We've seen a lot of matches in the A1 Classic end that way.
It's going up. It's a lot to do with preservation for the body. You're not trying to exude everything. You're trying to still end it before that time limit's over. And here, lock to the knee.
This is the opposite of that. This wear and tear. You might get through it. This match could be adrenaline, but the next belt and the next belt, you'll feel it. It'll stack on. Nice enziguri right to the temple of the head. And now, I mean, counting out victory here is as good as any. There's no real incentive to pin a guy. Still 2 points.
Into the ring, right hand. Several of them. Noodle. The elbows. Went for the FU. Oh!
He tried it again, and you know, it's funny because Noodle is the obvious Goliath in this matchup, but he very much is the underdog here. If he were to knock off Deuce, I'd say it's an upset. Even though he's the former Renegade champion, former Hardcore champion.
Several right hands. Noodle. Oh! Beautiful!
And here we go. Fujiwara armbar. And Noodle slips up the back pretty easily. That brute strength serving him. Tried that drop kick. Deuce blocked it and a drop kick of his own. And Noodle did not go down.
Very unfortunate. But instead, here we go. Deuce running with a 619. And Noodle busted open. He missed.
My God, the reversals in this one are insane. And Deuce with a back body drop.
And now it's Tequila Sunrise. No.
It really is a shame Deuce doesn't consider himself an AWF faithful anymore. He doesn't consider himself one of the pillars that built this place, because he is. As much as I hate to say that,
Noodle
Deuce
in
is
the
a
dead
core.
center of that ring, trying to hold on to dear life, and he is bleeding. He looks just. I've never seen such an excruciating face on his.
If he can just extend his leg, Agent A, if he can just get to those ropes, or he might be able to break out of this one. If he can hold on any longer, Deuce's grip might, and yes, he run out of the way.
And again with the chops against the rope. Oh my! Huffs him up on the ropes. Again with the leverage we've seen tonight. Noodle, a nice kick. Slight miss. Thrown into the corner.
What's he thinking here? Might be thinking superplex. Deuce shuts that down immediately. Now back to the Fujiwara armbar. That arm he has been working on for majority of the match is now getting victimized, and it earns him the victory here.
Yet again, it's another classic. I would call that another quick classic, a mat classic between these two.
The A1 Classic really is the match that keeps on giving. And you see that it brings out the best in what TIF and AWF has to offer. Beautiful Fujiwara armbar there by Deuce. 2 more points on the scoreboard for the Anomaly.
have more Monday AWF up next. TIF is in town. The visionary Seth frickin' Rollins against CM Loaf, the People's Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The main event of Monday AWF. Well, this has been bumped to co-main event because, you know, Ruination TJ, he wants to get on the microphone, you know, after this matchup. So, you know, we still got some time on the aircade, you know, ample time actually. So anything could happen once TJ comes out here. But as far as matches go, CM Loaf and Seth Rollins sets the tone tonight. And CM Loaf, he walks out with the wise man Paul Heyman. He looks over his shoulder because the Iranian Reaper Curtis has a date with him at end of days. Kay, what do you think about when you hear that matchup?
Besides it drawing a lot of money and it being a box office bout, I think is going to be one for the ages. It's really going to corner CM Loaf, the People's Champ, and it's going to force him to wrestle outside the box. Because if you think about it, CM Loaf, his main opponents, his best opponents, some of the top guys in the AWF. You talk about a Deuce, you talk about a Kenneth Kilgore, of course, Mamba Ant. They've been men who have more or less wrestled this high-impact, technical, high-flying game, a fusion of them that CM Loaf himself wrestles. But Curtis doesn't really do any of that. He's mean. He's tall, 7 foot, 330 pounds. He will bash your face in without a flip or a hold because he knows that he can do that. Loaf has to peek over his shoulder and realize that is the man gunning for his title.
Here, Seth Rollins could be gunning for Loaf's title if somehow Rollins hits him tonight. 1, 2, 3. You got the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, over on the TIF trying to say he probably has a claim to this AWF title because of his pinfall on Deuce in the Classic. You know, interesting to see if that develops into anything. But here is Seth strolling to the ring with a look at that stroll. All these competitors tonight have had a walk. I think it's because we're in New York City. They have had an extra spout of confidence.
Well, if you need to give extra confidence to Seth Rollins, I mean, Rollins is many things as he attributes to himself. He's an architect, a revolutionary, a visionary. He's also an egomaniac. You know who is all of those 4 things? Our People's Champ, CM Loaf, but that's what makes him so loved here in the AWF. He's confident in his ability. Never once does he doubt himself. That's how he's earned himself this spot. And I see a lot of parallels between the People's Champ and Seth Rollins. You know, the kind of the unspoken hero of the Access Wrestling Federation. And obviously the main one is both these guys can freaking go. And this is the time to show it. A1 Classic.
This has happened. Oh, big spear! This has already happened once on Monday Night Raw back in 2024 to kick it off way back when. And it was CM Loaf who got the victor in that one, but in here, oh, that was not without asterisk, ladies and gentlemen, not without asterisk. Guess who helped that bastard get a win that night? Oh, Rollins got a DDT. And here, the former bread killer gets hoisted back up. Loaf says no. Rollins doesn't give a damn.
And Rollins, you know, for the better part of his career, has just been an influence on professional wrestling.
Wait!
Oh,
Curb stomping! And already,
he might have just stomped out CM Loaf's A1 Classic dreams. And no, remember that face mask. If Loaf can't compete, he's out of this tournament. There's no leeway. There's nothing. If the doctors don't clear him, he's out of this tournament. That face mask has been a target for every man he's faced since the attack by the Iranian Reaper.
Here comes the shots. Rollins! Seth
The
Rollins
architect
is keeping Loaf on his toes.
Whoa.
And Loaf with his toes. One, two. Down goes Rollins. and the calf killer from CM Loaf. This caused quite the controversy back at AWF Love and War with the CNC Trees matchup, but it's the same referee too. Here now down. 1, 2.
Package. And you gotta appreciate what CM Loaf is doing there as well. We all know Rollins has a history of knee injuries. His famous one kind of took out more of his agility. He became more of a technician because of it.
Loaf is taking a break to dance around the ring. I think I can endorse
the
that.
Stand. Oh my God!
That was very, again, the egomaniac side of Loaf showing. That was
like a damn misblend.
To be careless.
Seth Rollins asking Paul Heyman what the hell he's doing here. You know, those two have had some words over the past couple weeks. A lot of tension brewing.
DDT! Here. Oh my. CM Loaf. Elbow drop to Rollins.
There's an awkward landing too. I'm not sure what part he hit. I just know that he hit hard.
And again,
Loaf now.
The calf killer to Rollins, making him tap on the outside.
Those knees, those surgically repaired knees of Rollins, are now as much as a target as Loaf's face mask was in the opening of this match. Loaf throws the Architect back into the ring.
The exchange with these two. He was going for a Penance DDT. CM Loaf. And a hell of a drop kick from Rollins. Loaf with a sabbatical.
And now, Rollins feeling the New York crowd here.
Here he comes.
Full steam ahead. Tried the body block. Loaf out of the way. Now trying to take Rollins out from the apron. Two elite athletes going at it in the A1 Classic. Breaks the wrist control. Loaf dodges and a couple of right hands from the champ.
Here in the corner. Rollins in the mix of hell. CM Loaf victory roll.
Oh my God.
Here he comes. Splashing ringside. Here he comes, and now Loaf. Look like he's gonna make use of our announce table. Picking up Rollins. We'll see CM Loaf. He is scheduled to face Roman Reigns next week. AWF Sunday Smoke Fest and the TIF IWGP World Champion Rollins clothesline.
Oh my God. The beautiful slingshot lariat. And
here
now
he comes.
Loaf.
Spirit of Vengeance. 1, 2. Oh my. Okay, I almost said we ended the night without the announce table getting messed up. Now I just have to hope Loaf doesn't come this way. And here, Loaf doesn't exactly.
But he very well might need to. That Spirit of Vengeance won him the AWF World Championship. And now Seth Rollins is back up asking for more.
Got the ropes. Chops. Drag.
Collision there. And now,
Rollins.
Here we go.
With the pedigree. Down, out, Rollins and Loaf. 9:30 left on the A1 Classic clock. Loaf is back to his feet. The first one back to his feet. That damage
two
he
of the
did to
biggest
Rollins'
stars
knees.
in wrestling today, Agent A.
Here we go. Oh man.
And it kicks to the leg, kicks to the knee, to the midsection.
Not as
Caught the
effective as
boot.
it was at the start of the matchup.
Catches the forearm, a kidney shot. Loaf is striking all over Seth Rollins right now. Double boots.
Around. Works the leg.
Beautiful past suplex. Here we go. Oh. And he says, no, I want to end it my way. I want to end it with
Spirit
a
of
spirit.
Vengeance.
Oh.
Hooks the leg.
tore him in half. 1, 2.
Thank you for coming.
And the AWF champ survives another encounter, face mask and all.
Could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us. We appreciate that.
God, that curb stomp. Rollins was on the top of his game tonight, as we were expecting. I mean, Rollins, for a lot of people, is one of the greatest of all time, and he showed exactly why here tonight. But this is AWF country. This is CM Loaf country, CM Loaf City.
He looks left, he looks right. He is cheered on by the people. Heyman. And against CM Loaf will face Roman Reigns. AWF. Sunday Smoke Fest. Champion versus champion. It is historic. In Denver, Colorado. Okay. I'm very interested to see what the young man TJ has to say to end us off before we sign off tonight. You know, this could be our next interview.
I mean, I am as well. Oh, here we go.
Here we are, New York City. TJ.
You know, I really do hope we get an explanation. And here we go. Not electing to come out through the aisle, but through the stands. In New York City, even though TJ has made his alignments very clear, are still on the side of the younger cousin of Mamba. And, you know, New York City, they just cheer for who they want to cheer for.
Well, the entire crowd is up and behind TJ and, you know, Ruination. I guess they're getting maybe, you know, I can understand how, especially in a time like this in the world, how New Yorkers can get behind the guys trying to uproot everything this company is about. You know, for what it's worth, TJ is the best representative to try and do this. You know, he's went through with the Decepticons. He went through that first mission statement. This is, Ruination is kind of like the Decepticons. It's revitalized. The Decepticons still out there. They might not like that, but, you know, I believe firmly Ruination has the right idea in trying to rewrite some things, trying to get talent the spotlight they deserve, get people the opportunity they deserve. They realize it, so some people are holding that back. If that happens to be Mamba Ant, well, I will be glad to hear what TJ has to say about it. Wait, go! He's not supposed to be here! In dress clothes!
Our sources told us Mamba Ant was not in the building, and he waited until his younger cousin came out, made an appearance to blindside him. My God, with that locking that to spell out to separate these two.
And down Mamba Ant. Oh, and he's going right under there for the barbed wire bat. TJ, he gets his elbow. Big chop. You know, TJ did in Undisputed Wars run around chasing Winky. It's probably exactly what got him, you know, saying, hey, no, hell no, something's got to happen. And here, oh, wait a minute. K, he was going for a J driller.
Well, you're exactly right. It looked like he was going for a J driller then. TJ, he's not concerned with the subliminals. He just wants to beat down his younger cousin, Mamba Ant, at this point.
Oh, my God.
God, he might not make it to end of days if TJ is concerned. And Mamba Ant laid out now here on Monday.
And badly so. And again! These spears, some of the most devastating things I've seen in pro wrestling.
And here we go.
TJ with the love.
Now the barbed wire ripping apart Mamba Ant.
And paramedics coming to come down and get him. TJ look.
Oh, the new ambulance truck, mind you, that was taken out earlier in the night by Kevin Ace.
Oh my! And now we have to go on call, and he's got to wait for another one. Yeah, while he gets wheeled down, throwing up a middle finger, TJ sends a message with Ruination standing tall. I wonder how AK-170 bounces back after this one. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it from us. We have more Monday AWF next week. Will be after the day after Smoke Fest on the 21st. Catch us then. Till then, catch us on Smoke Fest, 12 p.m. EST, the day of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Back as a little lad, tears on my pillow had me working the block hard as a Brillo parry, searching the block high off a nickel bag. Searched my room, found my chrome mini mag. Now we own one and won't give my pistol back. Guess he didn't figure I with the hate scene. Mama said I'm 18, so I gotta shake scene. So I move on my daydream like the 18. More money, more money, more murder, more murder, more. Not funny, no. Gotta have you, this world is so cold. Mr. T with THC all through my respiratory vest, mandatory, self-explanatory. The black MacGyver, wolf, pack messiah, the rapping sire, spit rapid fire. That's a strap, no heat in these streets. That's a rap, but no rap for us. You can trust, it's a home robbery and we wrap you up. Yep, all my homies kept guns, so I kept one. The hood had love for me like I was his stepson. Even when I'm spaced out, high as the Jetsons. Not Elroy, do not tell boy, but you do not know, cause you do not help the boy. He smelt the boy, boy will grow, shells will blow. Have your brains out, so the hell you go. Yep, go on.